Hey everyone, my name is Nick Cavanis and I'm the community pastor of CT Church in Pasadena. At CT Church in Pasadena, our heart is for community transformation. And the way that we do that is by partnering with amazing organizations and community partners like you right here in the city of Pasadena. Our pastoral leaders, Pastors John and Amy, had a vision for what we could do if we asked this tough question. If our doors closed permanently, would anyone even notice? So during the pandemic, we began to ask organizations how we could help. One of the things that we noticed was it was really challenging for organizations like the Pasadena Chamber of Commerce and the City of Pasadena and other great nonprofits in our city. What their greatest challenge was, and it was that it was difficult to communicate to the people that they serve. And so we decided that we would just help and support. And many organizations were willing to partner with us. And we just want you to hear from them because together we can make a major impact, even in the middle of a pandemic.
To me, CT Church is a pivotal member of this community. I think when a lot of people think about nonprofits, they think about the things that are given to the nonprofit, but CT is a perfect example of a nonprofit that gives back to the community in so many major ways. And so personally, I feel that CT Church is a great example of service and leadership and honestly just making sure that the community is taken care of. So as a partner of CT, I think one of the most amazing things is that they have come and prepared food. And so for those that are fleeing domestic violence and those that are in homeless situations, sometimes in all of the chaos, there's nothing like coming home at the end of the day or coming back to our shelter to a nice home-cooked meal. And CT Church has done that for our clients so many times. Another thing that CT Church has been really great about is upgrading our space. So we have 100 people who live on our campus, and that's a lot of people coming in and out. And over the years, the building does have some wear and tear, and CT has been great about coming and upgrading things and painting our rooms and planting flowers and just making sure that this is still a beautiful and safe place for survivors in our community.
Hi, I'm Brenda Pritchard. I am part of our neighborhood network for the city of Pasadena, and I coordinate the Pasadena Industrial Community Network. One of the events that we do is Team Up to Clean Up. Team Up to Clean Up is our annual event where we go out in the community and work with our community to clean up their properties. We do minor exterior repairs, yard cleanup, those types of projects. They came to us wanting to have some projects for Serve Day, which is part of our PICN mission, is to help with those projects and make those available. And it was a big ask. You know, if you don't ask, you don't get. And so Pastor Nick said, hey, yeah, we'll do that. CT Church has been so active with our city. They have been the hands and feet out in our community. They've partnered with the city in many departments. They are available to us if we have a need for cleanup. We just did one a few months ago. That gentleman that had a lot of stuff in his yard was getting ready to be cited, but CT Church stepped in. They got other volunteers throughout the community, were able to clean up the property. Waste Management donated the roll-off and they filled that thing and his house was back to normal. So that is the impact that CT Church has in our community.
My administration believes in partnership with all our churches. When I think about churches, CT Church stands out. Because I know this, every time I've called upon them for their technology needs or just ministering to people, CT Church has always been there to help. They're always the first and last to leave. But what they do in the middle is what's really important. Our State of the City during the pandemic, we were scrambling trying to figure out how we're going to have a State of the City. Well, CT Church had a solution. Not just a solution, they actually made the solution by using their technology and using their facilities. So we had a Zoom State of the City. And it was a great State of the City, all because of the staff and the ministers there at CT Church. CT Church has asked me several times to come speak at their church to their kids about different leadership programs. And I really think it's unique when a church will ask any politician to come speak at their church. Anyways, on this one occasion at the school, which is on the location of the church, PCA, which is the Pasadena Classical Academy, they asked me to speak to their mentoring program. And I was speaking and I was just talking about my life growing up and how my leadership style all circled around my faith, and especially my relationship with Jesus Christ. After I talked, and I was talking to some of the kids afterwards. A 14-year-old young boy came up to me and says he's never heard about Jesus ever before. But he said something that just really just touched my heart and touched people's heart who heard him say this, that he wanted to know about that Jesus that I was talking about. Now think about that. A mayor of a city talking to a mentoring program, and afterwards a kid wanted to know about his relationship with Jesus Christ. That's what CT Church means to me. They open the door of making sure partnerships are real and ensuring we have eternal life for anyone who wants to listen. The ministers, the staff has been nothing but great friends to this city.